In this video, we will introduce a method to control the radiation of leaky wave antenna along the end-fire direction over wide frequency band and meanwhile realize dual polarized radiation with high channel isolation. We assume the periodically leaky wave antenna as an antenna array. That the radiation performance is determined by the product of the element factor and array factor, aiming at a wide band end-fire radiation. The effective element factor and array factor should have end-fire patterns among the working band. Here, double-sided slots are etched on both sides of the waveguide. Contrary to the traditional single-slot element with a typical broadside pattern, the proposed double-sided slot pair can realize end-fire radiation by choosing a proper distance h. By etching several periodic double-sided slot pairs on both sides of the waveguide covers, a slot leaky wave antenna can be formed. To actualize dual polarized radiation, a square waveguide is adopted as the guiding structure to stimulate the desired orthogonally polarized fields by TE10 and TE01 modes. Next, we need to develop an array factor with wideband end-fire radiation. Firstly, we analyze the relation between the propagation number beta and the array factor. An end-fire radiation pattern of the array factor can only be produced when the value of beta is close to that of K0, which is the propagation constant in free space. Secondly, we calculated the dispersion curves of the antenna unit cell based on the hollow square waveguide. It can be found that the value of beta is lower than that of K0. This indicates that the slot waveguide array based on such unit cells cannot realize an end-fire pattern. To overcome this problem, a periodically loaded waveguide core is proposed to provide efficient dispersion control. The unit cell used in the proposed waveguide with an inner core is shown in the inset of figure B. Obviously, the value of beta is greatly improved with the increase of the pin height HP. To validate this approach, the ideal array factors were calculated. Although the end-fire array factor can be produced using a periodically loaded slotted waveguide, this is still not suitable in the design of broadband end-fire leaky wave antennas. To address this narrowband issue, gradient pins loaded on the inner core are used, thus providing a new degree of freedom to control the dispersion. By calculating the array factors based on the ideal 1D model, the wideband end-fire radiation is testified. The full-wave simulation also demonstrates the above design with the end-fire performance from 7.8 to 8.8 GHz. To generate the desired waveguide modes, an orthomode transducer is proposed with high channel isolation. The schematics of the proposed dual-polarized end-fire leaky wave antenna are fabricated and measured. By comparing the simulated and measured results of our proposed leaky wave antenna, we demonstrated the ability of wideband and dual-polarized end-fire radiation. For more details, please read our published paper. Thanks for watching.